Ariel Helwani in Las Vegas alongside Daniel Cormier, who meets Anthony Rumble Johnson for the UFC light heavyweight title this Saturday, live on pay-per-view. Daniel, we are in Studio A and B at the MGM Grand. 5 months ago, you were in this very room. Do you remember why?
First off, let me address the fact that you stand off to the side, so I guess you expect me to move my chair to you.
Have you up here like a king.
So I have to move my chair to get closer. You know, we were arms length apart. Yeah, I was here 5 months ago, man, and doing this dance, this same exact dance. It feels good.
But specifically, this is where the post-fight press conference happened.
Yes.
This is where you were on that dais, essentially crying in front of the world, your head down. Jon Jones was rubbing it in your face, and now here we are, back in the same place 5 months later. It's somewhat surreal, right?
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable that I've always said, man, if you put good energy out into the world, you do the right thing, good things happen for you. And that's exactly what happened to me. You know, I do things right, man. I train hard. I love my family. I love my fiance. I take care of my mom and dad. I love my teammates. And I put good energy out into the world. And good things have been happening for me because of that.
Is that your way of saying Jon does the complete opposite?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying good things happen to good people. And I've been trying to be as good a person as I can be. Not perfect, but I've been as good a person as I can be.
When you were on my show recently, you were like, you know, I kind of feel for the guy. He's been through a lot. But then yesterday you're saying, I don't feel for the guy. So what, after a few weeks, have you changed your mind?
No, I haven't changed my mind. It's like I do have sympathy. I'm a human being. I understand that it's a tough time for him. But I think that I just believe that it's long overdue for him to like stand on his own and take responsibility for this stuff. If he had to do that a long time ago, maybe we would have never gotten to this point. You know, so that's all I'm saying. I do feel bad, but I don't feel bad in that way. I feel for the people around him that it bothers. I'm not an asshole. Like I'm not an asshole. I don't go, well, forget Jon Jones. I feel bad for the situation. But like when you create these situations, a number of times is when it gets to where it's like, man, how many times can you feel bad for someone until you give this person some tough love and make them do the right thing?
Do you think he will be at his home in Albuquerque on Saturday night on his couch watching this and just stewing, and then the thought, the vision, the sight of you holding his title will just eat him up inside? Like, do you actually foresee that happening and relish that scenario playing out?
All day I've actually refused to talk about Jon Jones, and you bring your ass up here and start asking me all these Jon Jones questions. I'm going to answer this one more for you, all right? Yes. On Saturday night, he will be sitting there hoping that I don't win. But if he's smart, he's sitting there hoping that I do win for his pocketbook. He'll make more money fighting me in a rematch than he will fighting Anthony Johnson.
Will you say something to him after the fight?
Jones? No chance. I would never do that.
Let me ask.
I would never do that.
Jon Jones.
I will never do that.
You know, some people say this isn't the real title. This is the fake belt. This is the interim title. You guys aren't fighting. You shouldn't even be in the main event. What do you say to those people?
I say when you look in the history books, when you go back and you look in the history books, this championship is the lineal UFC light heavyweight championship. It's not an interim. You won't see an asterisk. You're going to see that the belt went from Rashad Evans to Lyoto Machida to Shogun Rua to Jon Jones, and then the winner of this fight. There won't be Jon Jones champion, interim champion, the winner of this one. We will stand alone in the record books. In history, when you go back, there will be one champion. It'll be the winner of this fight. He disqualified himself. He took himself out of the game. He got 2 technical fouls. They threw him out of Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? He disqualified himself.
Great point.
Champion. History books. The winner of Anthony Johnson versus Daniel Cormier will be the UFC champion. Point blank. And if Jon comes back, or if one of us wins and we defend against Gustafsson or Bader and that guy wins, the belt will go from this person to that person, and the history books will follow the course. It will not change, and there will not be in parentheses due to him having his incidents. We will be the champion. Let it go. That guy took himself out of the game, man. He checked out.
Great point. I never thought of it that way. Let me ask you this. When you were at home on Sunday watching your beloved Houston Rockets pull off the improbable, did that give you a little fire? There we are Sunday before your fight. Did that give you a little juice?
The underdog.
Yeah.
The underdog. The great James Harden. Dwight Howard playing. Corey Brewer and Jay Smooth, Josh Smith, hitting three-pointers. Dude, it was over. And the Rockets gave me hope. Like, anything is possible. Anything is possible. It doesn't matter if you're down 20 to the Clippers in L.A. We're coming back. And then once you come to Houston, let's beat you by 20. That's what I'm talking about.
Just curious, what did your son think about my main man Kevin Owens stepping on John Cena's belt? Did you see that?
He didn't see it. My boy didn't get to see that.
Broken up?
My boy didn't get to see. I watch Monday. I have to watch Monday Night Raw before he does to make sure John Cena doesn't lose.
He should not watch Monday.
No, he didn't lose. Did
He got his ass whooped.
Oh, he did?
Montreal's own Kevin Owens.
My boy loves that guy. He walks around with his hat on, shirt that's too big so it's tied in the back. And he loves it, man. I like that he likes it too.
Okay, let's end on this. So much has been said about this fight. Really, the time for talking is almost over, right? How much more can you talk about it? But let's end on this. You're a guy who's reached the mountaintop, but not quite. Often very much the bridesmaid, right? 2 Olympics, you didn't get it done. You try to get it done in January, you didn't get it done. Do you believe that this is your last chance to taste victory? At the end of the day, you can either be Charles Barkley, a great who never tasted it, or you could be Kobe, you could be Michael, you could be all those greats. Do you feel like that pressure is on your shoulders?
Man, I had the greatest conversation the other day. I was talking to John Smith. He's the head coach at Oklahoma State University, my college coach and a 6-time world champion from the United States. And I said, Coach, I got to win this one. I was like, in that moment, I felt like a 19-year-old kid again, talking to my coach and a guy that I idolized. And he said to me, in the greatest voice ever, he said, Daniel, you don't have to do anything. He said, you want to win. But if you don't win, whatever. He goes, I am willing to put your athletics career against anybody in the world and feel confident that you'll be okay. He goes, so you don't have to do nothing. He goes, you want to win for your family and for your legacy, but you don't have to. And when he said that, I felt this weight lifted. Like, you know what? He's right. Like, I don't have to win. I want to win. Does that mean I'm going to lose Saturday? No way. But it means that I don't have to do nothing. I've done a ton of things over the course of my career. And if it ends with me never being the UFC champ, never being an Olympic champion, it's fine. I'll be fine. All the people that love me and care for me and the most important people in my life will always be right next to me. And in my highest moments, my lowest times, they will always hug me and love me. I'll have Selena. I'll have Daniel, my son. I'll have Marquita, my parents, and everyone else that really care for me. And we'll be fine. I don't have to do nothing. This could be my last chance, and I'd be completely okay with it.
I could foresee some people saying, wow, he's in a good, mental, space, but I could also foresee people saying he doesn't want this, hearing that answer.
But that is the furthest thing from the truth. That's just me being in a great spot. I am okay with the outcome of this fight Saturday because I know what it's going to be, me winning. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to win. I'm just okay with regardless. But I'm winning this fight on Saturday night. Like it or hate it, the fact that I lost in January does not matter on May 23rd. I'm winning this fight Saturday. So if you want to believe I'm the real champion or not, deal with it. I'm not going anywhere.
Thank you, Daniel. Good luck to you.
All right.